Right, should be live, I think. Why can't I see that? Oh, yeah. Live. How are we? Just navigating my way through YouTube live streams. Here we go. Well, I think I've got 3 people watching at the moment, so how are you guys? You can tap in the chat window. I'm just trying to figure out where I can view all that info. Don't make it very easy to find. I have to do it this way, I think. Hey, Richard. I can see you're online, so that's good. Really weird the way they've got this set up, YouTube. I thought that I'd be able to view a lot more analytics and information, but it doesn't seem like I can. Must be somewhere. Hey, Aaron. What's going on up there? AANK 1991. Good to see you again. Thanks for subscribing in your message earlier on too. It was great. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. Cold. Yeah, very cold down here too. I was actually going to do this live stream outside, but out in the shack, but it's a bit cold for that, so I don't think I'll do that. At least not just yet. Concurrent viewers 5. I wonder if that updates in real time. One of you guys send another message and I'll see if it updates. Not seeing any messages coming through though. Maybe I need to go back to the watch page. It did come through. The 736R mod, is that the one for GPS locking? That's the VK. That's the VK4 VK4 mod. What's his call sign? AMG. Cool. Well, we've got 8 viewers on now. So thanks everyone for joining on. I don't know how many we're going to get tonight. This is all just a bit of a trial, bit of a test. The camera quality is not that good in here. The light's pretty terrible. but I prefer to be inside in the warmth than out in the shed or the shack. Actually, I could probably turn that off. Out of focus. Yeah, I probably am. Don't know how good this webcam is, but it's supposed to autofocus. I don't know where the camera controls are in this software, Google Hangouts it's using. And I can't really tell where you can adjust that. There aren't really any controls for cameras. Don't know what that does. Playing with settings as I go along. Yeah, so I thought I'd do a Q&A, but I don't know if there's how many people are out there. If you got any questions, I think we got 7 on so far. It says here at the moment, so that's good. I've got a cool little pouch which I wanted to do a video on, but I thought that I'll do it in the live stream because it's a little bit easier to do. This is a connector pack. I don't know if you've seen these before, but you can get them from RF Parts, and they're all silver-plated connectors, so you can put them together to make your own connectors. So they really work well around the shack. So you can buy them from RF Parts, called a Unidapt kit. So they're pretty cool, and they save you heaps of time trying to find any connectors around in the shack that you're trying to find. Yeah, he does. Yeah, Dan has one. We both got our kits at the same time, so I think we actually ordered them in the same order. But I use mine slightly more than he does. Matt 3PP. No, you can comment. If you've got an iPhone, you can comment. You've got to scroll down though. Scroll down to the comments. That might be why it won't work nowadays for sure. That's right. Where is he? He should be on here. It's reporting that my bit rate's lower than what it could be, but I don't know how I change that. Might be because I'm streaming. We have to get up to St. Valentine's Peak again soon, Aaron. Yeah, we need to get him back in the shed. But we've got to get back up to St. Valentine's Peak to fix the 6-meter repeater because it's still playing up. I've got a new signal generator now, so that we can take it to the site, plug it into a laptop, and generate a signal, which will be able to tell if it's noisy. So we think that the problem is the power supply unit that plugs into the back of the repeater, the boost box. So you haven't been up there? Oh well, you can come for a walk. So yeah, he'll come up too. He'll come up. He'll definitely come up. I need to post this stream to Facebook to get a bit more. Never. Yeah, right. I'm sure that you've been up before. But that's cool. Yeah. Well, he wanted to do soda from the top. And we planned on going a couple of months ago, but it just didn't happen. So he'll probably definitely be up to go up there for SOTA. It'd be a good site for it. Okay, put a post on Facebook. I should have done that when I started the stream. Don't think we'll get any increase. Do I have a preferred piece of software for contact logging? No, I don't really log contacts. I used to, and I'm trying to remember what the software was. Is it that N1 logger? N1NM logger. I think this would be a cool thing. I'll try and share my screen. I don't know if that's worked or not. Yeah, it did. Oh, cool. Sorry, I'm trying to monitor my stream at the same time. So I'm pretty sure that N1MM logger, is that the one? No, that's contest logging. Maybe it wasn't the one that I used to use. I used to use it years ago, but I don't really log contacts anymore. I will make a note. I will make handwritten notes for contacts that are, on 2 meters or 6 meters and they're long distance. But I don't really have a logger. Oh, good. You can see the screen. There was one. Ham Radio Deluxe, I think, can do it. There's, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of software that actually integrates with the radio, especially for stuff like digital mode. So if you're making a lot of contacts on FT8 or JT65 and stuff like that, it automatically integrates. But I haven't really looked at it because, I don't log contacts. And some of them are integrated with QRZ.com, so you can pull all the information out of there. I should do it. I should start it again. My biggest issue that I've got here is that I've sort of got 2 shacks. I've got one that's out in my shed, and I've got one which is inside. So the inside one's the remote station, so it's 2 meters and 70 centimeters, and the outside one's 6 meters or soon to be HF. So I don't have an awful lot of. I'd have to integrate the two somehow. Maybe there's like a cloud-based one or something that I could do. But yeah, good question. I have looked at it and I have thought about it. Plastic radio on board. Great, you could be here. And ask any questions. AA and K991. I'm just trying to find your call sign. I got a message from you the other day and I've completely forgot it. I know it's VK3 something. You'll probably send it to me before I have the chance to find it, no doubt. No, you didn't send it to me. So I'm not sure if you got a call sign yet. That's interesting. But yeah, good on you for passing your tests and your exam. That's great. Foundation 3 weeks ago. Did you do it through? Oh, okay. So you did do it through AMC. Yep. That's cool. What call sign would you like? And have you how did you find the AMC process? Because I haven't really spoken to or known of anyone who's actually been through that process. So how did you find it? Oh, okay. Yep. Talking to them today, and they're having huge backlogs. Reese. Yep. So you did it locally at the club, and then they're processing it. Cool. Plastic radio. How is propagation down this way? Propagation is I don't know. So on 2 meters and 70 centimeters, I'm not exactly sure where you're located. So you could be in Australia or you could be overseas. But it's winter here now, so VHF and above is pretty quiet. 6 meters has been also quiet. I've got an FT 991 which has been off for repair, so that's coming back soon. And so I haven't been able to be on the air. In a video that's going to come up soon, I'm going to build a HF dipole because I've been off of HF for probably a decade. So I want to get back on HF again, so then I'll be able to tell you what propagation's like. Okay, Perth. Yep, cool. But yeah, it's fairly quiet. I did notice on the burn charts, which is I'll bring up for those that haven't seen this before. So a lot of my interest has been VHF and above for the last few years, and there we go. So this is there's a bit of strong to moderate predicted propagation on VHF if we scroll through a couple of days. There might be a bit to Melbourne here. That's on that's Friday morning, I think. That's in UTC. So yeah, there might be a little bit soon. Might be some to South Australia, and oh, that's actually quite large. Wow. Almost extending to the northern tip of New Zealand. I might have to turn on the radio again and see if I can work anyone. A lot of VK7s when you travel up north. What's so what are you talking to VK7s on? Is that on VHF, UHF, or on HF? I'll post that website in the link. Yeah, it is, Richard. So that's looking like it will be on beginning around about 1800 UTC. So when's that? Let's have a look. On June the 6th at 1800 UTC to Hobart time. 4 a.m. Friday, so yeah, from Friday morning. So yeah, you beat me to it. So yeah, cool. Actually, with those sort of, if that's actually true, I might have a listen on 1296, and if we get really keen and I haven't gone away by this stage, I might look at plugging 2.4 up to the mountain. See how that goes. No, so it's not just at 4 a.m. It looks like that's going to last, well, according to the prediction, it looks like it's going to last at least a day. and it'll extend to New Zealand, the northern tip of New Zealand, sort of Sunday-ish. I'm getting messages on another source. So yeah, no, that's going back to Alex. That's very interesting about AMC, because I'm interested to know what their licensing process has been like. So it sounds like the actual exams not changed at all. It looks like you're still going to your local radio clubs, so that's good. Okay, on the backlog. I guess they're fairly busy with other things, because AMC here, for those that will watch the live stream later, the AMC now, which is the Australian Maritime College, now does amateur exams and looks after amateur exams. So they've been looking after that for the last 2 or 3 months, I think, now, since they won the tender. So yeah, new times. It used to be done by the WIA. Got 10 viewers up now, so that's good. Welcome anyone who's joined recently. Pop some questions in the comments, because I don't like talking to myself. I'll go quiet for a while. Not sure even if there's a timer on this live stream, so I don't know how long we've been going for. 23 minutes probably. 33, no, yeah, 23 minutes. Yeah. TW and okay did a great job. Course. Sam matched the course well. Problem for the owners has been changing from WI integrating systems. Yeah. Yeah, I guess with the changes, I mean, WIA's had it for years, so the change to AMC is quite a big one. Got other watches as well. Yeah, so yeah, changing over, it's bound to have change, bound to have delays. Okay, on the F call, and going to standard. Yeah, no, go for standard. I think that foundation calls should be allowed more power for starters. 10 watts is not enough. Foundation calls also, I think, need to be given the low end of 6 meters. So, sorry, the high end of 6 meters, so 52 to 54 megs, and then they can operate on FM on the 6 meter band. So then standards can be given the entire 6 meter band, the same as full calls, because there's no reason why they shouldn't be given that. F calls, obviously, because of the limits with digital modes, the call signs lengths is the main reason why the F needs to be dropped from the foundation calls, for them to be able to do digital modes as well, because that's been called out a lot too. So yeah, so for foundations, yeah, they need to drop the extra letter. So we had a bit of I had a bit of a discussion with a few amateurs who are in the know with that, and they've got some ideas. So they've just got to present them to the ACMA, and hopefully they follow through on that. Richard, possibly, yeah. If I'm here on Saturday, it's supposed to be brilliant weather, so maybe it is worth going up. But we need to find someone to work at the other end. Yeah, I think it'll be streamlined as well. I don't see it as too much of a bad thing. There's a little bit of change. There's been a lot of, it's been documented that it's more expensive, but exams they're a one-off thing. we have to pay license fees every year, and usually after a couple of years they exceed the exam cost anyway, so can't transmit till the license comes through. Have you got a radio? Wonder if you've got a radio. And I gather you're in Hobart. Do I think FCall should get digital modes? Yep. Yes, I think they should. Mainly because it's very, very popular on if we're talking about things like FT8 and that on HF, it's becoming really popular, and I think it's a bit of a shame if they can't partake in that. So I don't see any problem. Not expensive compared to a new HF transceiver. You do wonder what radio you got. One thing that I will share while we're on here, I need to move that because otherwise you'll see me doubled up. I'll just share my screen again. For the benefit of those that are going to watch this stream later, mainly for overseas people, there is a new logger called VK Spotter. So we had a DX spotter or a DX logger, which was recently decommissioned. So this has replaced that, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, anyone who's been familiar with VK Logger, that was developed by Adam VK4G8Z, and he did a very good job of maintaining that over the years. This is a replacement for that. So at the moment, I think it's only it's very, very new. So I think they've only got 6 meters and above. So this is where if there's any DX, you can spot it and people can see it in real time. You can also chat. I don't know exactly where I haven't used it too much. How do you do the spotting? You can chat here. It's a couple of users online. Weird. I've used this before. Anyway, it's it's very much in a test mode. So, but yeah, this is pretty cool. You can do all that sort of stuff. Maybe I need to report a bug. I can't spot. Got no way to do that. So yeah, as I was talking to as Richard was saying on the chat there, if we want to say that we're hearing someone or we've made contact, we can go here and we can do that. So it's interesting. Not really good for a demo on a video and it doesn't work. I'll have to find out why. SES member and love the Sunoco gear. Cool. So I've got a box load of Philips PRM radios. Most of them are in bits, but yeah, some of those are Sumocos as well. They're pretty good. So yeah, that's SRM 9000 will work fine for you. On I hope to hear on the air soon. You can use our repeater system on Mount Wellington. So that'll work well for you in the mobile. I'm usually on air every morning on the way to work on that repeater, so it'll be me. Recommended bitrate. Oh, backup stream. Stream's current bitrate. Does the quality look good on the stream? Because it looks all right on, well, looks okay on the preview, but I don't know how you actually change it. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Yeah, okay. I keep getting these messages, stream status, health is good, blah, 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 but then I get a lot of primary stream, current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. So I might Google that off to the side of the desk and find out why. I haven't heard you on air for a little while, Aaron. Have to get back up on the radio again. It's definitely not the ISP. Oh dear. I'm going to go into the live stream settings. I was hoping that yeah, okay, on the mobile setup. Yeah, you could still use that though. VK3YE's live at the same time. I wonder if he knows that I'm live as well. I'll see if I can improve this stream bitrate, because yeah, it's sort of there's so much stuff in YouTube to try and get by to figure out where everything is. So it's really difficult to find all this information. Advanced settings. Yeah, I don't get the option to change any of that. Oh well, must be automatic. It's definitely 720p. Pretty sure it's in 720p at the moment. 8 viewers. I guess I'll continue it on for a little while longer, but I don't really have much more to say, really. OBS. Yeah, I saw a lot of, when I was researching how to do this live streaming, I did notice that OBS come up quite a bit. So in YouTube, you can pipe there's a link that you pipe into, a URL that you pipe into it, and then you can stream directly to YouTube that way. So that's probably why it's why I can't adjust it. It probably needs to be done in that software. Yeah, YouTube will automatically transcode your live stream. You can actually stream in 4K. I don't know why it's only streaming really low in 720p because I don't think I've got any. There's nothing else on the network that's taking it down, or that should be taking it down. $907. So we've got seven people in the chat, but we've only got 7 people online, but we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 chatting. I was hoping that we'd probably a little bit early for some people in the US and United States and United Kingdom. Although it's middle of the day. Yeah, 9:08 p.m. again. It said primary stream is primary stream's 853 kilobytes. It's lower than the recommended 2500. So I'll Google that issue and find out why. I've got quite a few repeater related jobs that I've got to do. Got that one up at St. Valentine's Peak. I've got a problem with one of our repeaters on Grey Mountain, which has got an issue at the moment that needs it's down on output power, so I've got to figure out why. So I might do a video on that too. Yeah, I have to research all this later because I don't know where in YouTube you actually configure all of your live stream information. You basically get this manage page, but there's nothing here that really allows you to do anything. Oh, info and settings, maybe it's in there. No, it's not. So one of the things which I don't know if everyone's watched or not is the latest video about the future of ham radio. What have you thought about that? That being interesting? What are your thoughts on that? Okay, Alex. Yeah, so I'll do a couple of videos about the repeaters. I just haven't had time to visit them. Of course, we had quite a large dumping of snow in the last couple of days, so that's inhibited me getting up to one site at least. The other site I could get to, but yeah, I just haven't had time. I'll see if I may possibly have a bit of time tomorrow, so I might be able to go up and have a look. But yeah, output power's down. But I'll definitely make some videos on the repeaters and the various components and how it all works and how it all goes together. The main thing that's the interesting bit about it is the linking. So the linking that we use is it's called VK link. I'll show you that. Okay, Aaron. G'day, Paul. Self-policing. Yeah, okay. I get you mean people saying what you can and can't do. So this is the VK Link status page. So these are all the nodes that are currently live and on air at the moment. There's a lot more nodes than this, but a lot of them are off air at the moment. So for one reason or another. And you can see all of the statuses in real time. So when someone's talking on a repeater, this will turn red. So how do I link the 3 repeater sites, make up RTC? So that is all done over IP. So if I actually click on this is RTC's real-time signal strength meter. So if you actually talk on the repeater, I'll go and get a radio. VK7HH. So you can see there that I was coming through the Grey Mountain site. It's a bit noisy here inside. VK7HH. So yeah, that shows that in real time. So that's all connected over IP. And if you actually go to the node number, it actually shows the node that's currently connected. So it's permanently connected to Launceston at the moment. And if this link goes down, it's set to automatically come back up again. I don't really have a drawing or anything of how the links go together. But yeah, it uses a thing called the All-Star RTC. No, that's not the one I'm after. That one. The All-Star Link Voter Project. And I don't have one of these boxes. I've actually got one of these, which is the board that I made up myself. And this here is the prototype, and that is the commercial version. So I built the prototype myself and programmed the chip. And basically what happens is on this port here connects to the radio. So you have audio in and out, PTT, CTCSS and all that sort of stuff. On this port here is obviously the internet connection, Ethernet. Here is GPS signals for timing. This here is just a COM port for programming. And this is used for something that I don't know. I can't remember. There's a little crystal here too that's removed on my boards, and I inject a GPS locked source because this board's not stable enough with this crystal for the way that we do that linking system. So, Paul, be nice to have a video on how to access the Echo Link VK7. I usually can hit your repeater system from. A lot of some of our repeaters have Echo Link. A lot of them don't. Technically, I can turn on Echo Link on the system. So VK Link will support IRLP, Echo Link, and All-Star. But I've got it turned off by default. I did have it on. I've got a 6 meter repeater, which is this one here. That did have Echo Link as well. But yeah, been trying to get more people to set up nodes around Australia and to set them up on repeaters because we can connect all of the unused nodes together, and it's very easy. The unused repeaters together, and it's very easy to set up. Using Raspberry Pis, and the audio quality is really good too. What I'll do is I'll bring up some photos for you. Old photos. Let's see if I can find a current one. Got no current ones. Anyway, I'll do a video on it, and that'll be the easiest thing to do. Gee, it's having a crack. monitoring my connection. Yeah, it's weird though that it's not uploading quicker than that. What's it downloading? 15 meg. I wonder what's downloading 15 meg. DIK is still about, but I haven't heard him for a little while. $15 meg is up. Okay. Alex, Mount Lloyd. No, that's no longer part of the network. So the network consists of a transmit site on both Grey Mountain and Mount Wellington, and there's a receive site on, and there's a receive site at both of those sites, and a receive only site at Mount Nelson. I took Mount Lloyd out of the network because Mount Lloyd was initially put in to link via RF to Launceston. Then when we did away with the RF linking, we put it through IP. When we did that, there was not much need for it anymore, that site. And there was two amateurs that lived nearby, and both of them, one moved, another one could easily access Mount Wellington anyway, so it didn't make much point. So we repurposed that site for something else. Yeah, okay, so my upload, yeah, you're right. My upload is about 16 and a half, 17 megaseconds. So I don't know why I keep getting these stream errors. Very, very strange. Yeah, I probably need to update the directory because I haven't. That's my responsibility to do. I haven't really done that. Oh, the next time I do a stream, I'll definitely make sure that I check out what this bitrate problem is and see how it goes. And I'll probably do a stream from inside the shack too. It might be more interesting. Hey, Andrew, how are you? Will you be going to Gips Tech this year, I wonder? So subjects. So I've got repeaters in the pipeline. I'll bring up my list of video ideas. So some of the things that I've got on the near future are I've got this HF antenna, which I want to build. So I've got all the bits for that now. So I've just got to find the time to do that. So I'm going to build that up. So that's going to be for 80, 40, and 20 meters. I've got, I'm going to do a couple of videos on Whisper. Probably the Whisper videos I'm going to leave until the summer because that's when I use it the most and when I can be most effective with the videos that I do. I might do a basic one though on how to set it all up and how to operate it and view your spots and all that sort of thing. So that might be an interesting one for people to learn about. There's also, I've got many different bits and pieces to do with repeaters that I'm going to go through. Antenna radiation patterns as well, modeling with modeling software. So I might do a couple of videos on how the modeling software works and how you can, model basic antennas like Yagis and dipoles and things like that. I've got, I don't know if you've heard of the Rig Pi. So the Rig Pi is, it's a remote control box where you can have your rig somewhere remote with this box next to it from MFJ, and you can control it using a web browser, any web browser, I believe. So you can even control it off your phone as well, iPhone. And yeah, it just controls the radio, streams the audio and everything. So I'm hoping, MFJ have told me that they want to send me a unit to review. So I haven't heard from them because they're on back order. So if I end up getting one of those, I'll do a review on that because there's quite a few people that would be interested to know how that works. And I want to compare it. I've got a, this is my remote box. I want to compare it to this. This is a remote rig, which works with my VK7HH. So there's a cable that goes from this remote head to the front of this box, and then there's another box at the remote end which has got the body of the radio. So I want to compare it to that and see how they operate, how they compare. From all reports, the Rig Pi is better. So, and it will support a lot more radios. So that's going to be very good for people to know how they, and they're heap cheaper too. These things are expensive. So yeah, hopefully MFJ send me one of those units. I've got to get on them and ask them, and see if I can review that. With any luck, I might also do a giveaway. If they give it to me, I won't keep it for myself. I'll give it away on the channel. 3BQ, yep. And okay, we've got probably about 6 VK7s coming along, so you should definitely come along. I'm hoping that I'm going to get permission to record some of the presentations and upload here, so we'll see how we go. Paul, wire. I've got the wire in the other room. It's just figure 8 point, whatever the strands are, 0.020, 0.075 squared millimeter squared cable. And what I'm going to do is instead of supporting the wire at the ends, I'm going to use some camo rope from the hardware store, which will take the slack. So the wire doesn't need to be thick to support any weight. Big remote. FT857. Yes and no. Oops. It's not the best receiver for VHF-DX, which is what I've got it for. But the convenience of the way that this remote rig system worked meant that I ended up getting one of these. So yeah, I sort of didn't really have an awful lot of choice. You could use a 706, but I didn't really want a 706. So, and I had used, at the time when I got the 857, I had an 897, so I was familiar with how the 857 worked. So I just ended up getting it. But yeah, I mean, it's an okay radio, but it's it's not meant for what I want it for. But that's what I'm stuck with at the moment. And thanks to the other viewer who sent me the information on the variable bit rate too. That's very true. I could have used my iPhone as well. That probably would have been better. So other ideas that I've want to do is I've done a little bit on the microwave stuff, but I want to do some videos of utilizing the microwave stuff, making contacts and things. But that probably won't happen until the weather gets a little bit better in summer. How to build antennas. So I've built an awful lot of Yagis, which I really should have documented, but I didn't, so I'm going to do that. IC7000, yep. I had an IC7000. Just trying to think. The 7000 was an interesting radio. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like it at the same time. It was one of the first ones that featured the color screen, I remember, and I actually went from an IC7000 to an 897. I actually downgraded majorly. I can't even remember why I did that, but then I upgraded to the 991. The 7000 was good. It used to chew a lot of power, so it was not really good for portable. Good rig though, I think, in the car, especially for HF and stuff. It's a step up from the 706 and from the 857. So so as far as that goes, plus you can pull the head off and you can remote it and all that sort of thing. But no, the 7000 is not a bad rig. But yeah, I've sort of moved on from that. But if I was installing HF in my car, I'd probably go something like that. Overheat, yeah, they do get very hot. That screen's a major source of that, I believe. Nine viewers, peak 12. Well, that's not too bad, considering I'm only a small channel. I've got about 350 subscribers now, so it's slowly growing, but I do also have another channel as well, so what I'm trying to do with the channels is I'm trying to consolidate everything ham radio related onto this channel. And everything that's not related to ham radio, I am putting on another channel, which I can't find. Here it is. That channel there, DOS-Tech. So I've got plans to put on a few videos related to solar and Ubiquity. I do a lot of stuff Ubiquity. I've got a lot of Unify. If anyone's familiar with Ubiquity Unify, I've got a lot of access points and various products around the place that I manage. So I want to do some Ubiquity videos on how to set those up. Going to do a few. I've got some other random videos on my channel, on this channel, like my drone videos and there's one video on an Yaesu drill. So I'm going to chuck all that onto that other channel. So I don't clog up this one with unnecessary stuff that's not ham radio related, but you can still view it on the other channel. So I can use that as a bit of a dumping ground. So if you haven't already subscribed to that channel, that'd be great. Oh, Stream Health, good. That is a shot of the night sky on my wedding day, which is pretty cool. Must have been, I think it was given to me. You go to a website and they they'll print out from your location or the location you specify. They'll print out what the stars looked like that evening. So pretty cool. It's not sitting right in the frame. It's actually fallen down. So I need to get some blue tack and fix that. Other things, yeah. So I've already done a solar video on that other channel. I'm also gonna do a review on my home solar system as well, because there aren't too many reviews on the particular products that I use for my home system. So, oh, cool. Take those images. Yeah, it's very interesting. Pretty cool. Oh, another video that I will do on this channel is AIS and ADS-B tracking. ADS-B trackers. So AIS is ship tracking. ADS-B is plane tracking. So I've got 2 trackers which I look after at remote sites. So one's the AIS tracker, the other one's the ADS-B. So setting those up and getting those working, and how you can obtain a free receiver to pipe data back into the network for that sort of thing. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I might bring up that now. I'll log into my share screen. So this is what the ship tracker looks like, and this is in, I think, the last 60 minutes. It will update in real time. So all this is piped back to marine traffic, so you can actually go there and view all of the ships. So the blue the dots mean that they're stationary and they're not moving, whereas the little ship icons mean that they are moving. So yeah, it's been a couple of long distances. That's in nautical miles. But what I use for this is I pipe the information from this to DX maps, and DX maps. Is it DX maps? DX maps. Yeah. And then what they do is they plot it on they plot anything that's over 400 kilometers in distance on a map. So you can actually go to here, and you can view ships out. So the main purpose that I'm using this for is when tropospheric ducting opens up in the summer months, I can see ships maybe in ports or out in the ocean, and then I can know that there's a path there for 2 meters, because AIS runs at 160 megahertz, so it's just above 2 meters. So it's handy for that. I get a lot of ships around here in the Melbourne area and up here as well. But last summer I was getting quite a few around here, and some out in the ocean out here too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. AIS is slightly different. Sorry, ADS-B is slightly different. That's on 1 gigahertz. So and planes, 30,000 feet up in the air. So I've been using that for propagation on 23 centimeters. So when planes start to come down and start to their descent towards airports and things, when they're at a lower level, that's when it becomes handy, because then you can know if there's propagation on 23 centimeters. So the 2 sites. So the trackers are both at the Mount Lloyd site, which is the remote site. So they'll both do Medina. Let me bring up. Need 3 screens. Let me bring up the Medina, or the map, sorry. Oh, it's changed. Actually, no, I can't bring that up. But no, it does cover that area for sure. So yeah, if you can, if you do, and just yeah, subscribe to that other channel, that'd be cool. And then I can get a few subscribers going over there and just do some topics that are not radio related. Mainly as a bit of a experimental channel, just so that I can try different things and see how they go. I want to do rig reviews, but I don't really have an awful lot of money to go spending on lots of rigs to try and do a review on them all. So I think I'll do one on my FT991 because there aren't too many of those. Let's do something different here. That's a very good question. I don't know if that net still exists. The sewing circle net definitely still exists. That's on 80 meters, 3590, I think it's on, but I don't know about the Tassie Devil net. So looking up. Oh. Ooh. He stopped his stream. Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping to get a stream clash. VK7HH, if you haven't already, check his stuff out. So some of the other channels that I've subscribed to, which I've found interesting ham content on, there's a fella in the United States called Ham Radio TV. For the new guys that are newly licensed watching this, yeah, check out his channel, Ham Radio TV. He's got some pretty cool presentations on there. Just bring that up. Ooh. Frozen my stream. Didn't like that. The stream's still up. It's frozen my end. Oh no, it is still up. So I've got the spinning wheel of death. I might have to shut it off there. Yep, no worries. All right, well, I'll close off the stream. Thanks, guys, for joining. I might possibly make this an ongoing thing. Maybe every Tuesday night. I've got plenty of time on a Tuesday night, so I might start that up. So yeah, if you come back next Tuesday, we might do another one and see if we can get a few more people, and I might advertise a little bit more. So thanks, guys, and I'll catch you later on.